Today we're here with Mark Anthony, a representative for Theta Healing. Mark, how do you deal with the skeptics and criticism about Theta Healing?
That's a great question. When I first started doing theta healing, because I had such an incredible healing, in all honesty, there was no criticism. People used to ask me, how did you deal with friends and family being critical? In all honesty, the closest people to me, the friends and family, they actually saw the change in me, and so there was no criticism. It was more a case of whatever you've got, we want some. But in saying that, I do have a lot of relatives that really were not open to this sort of work, and I just kept my distance. I would speak to them about football. I would speak to them about other interests that we had. I didn't need to be sharing what I did with them. I didn't need to be healing anybody else. And that's one of the biggest things that I find with a lot of new students that come into this sort of work, whether it's theta healing or any alternative modalities. What they try to do is they see the people in their lives, and because they really care for them, they almost force this sort of work upon them because they know that they need it. Now, the biggest thing that I've learned is when somebody is ready for it, they will come to you. And it's really about honoring them. It's about honoring their journey. The best thing that you can do for those people in your life that you want to help is help yourself. Because when you change yourself, they will see the changes in you, and all of a sudden they'll be lining up asking you for whatever you've got so they can help themselves as well. So really importantly, make sure you work on you, make sure you look at your own life and heal yourself, and then they will come along. That's the best way that you can help the people around you. And as far as skeptics are concerned, there's going to be skeptics in anything that you do. My brother is in the stock market, and he has skeptics about that. Like, it doesn't matter what industry you're in, there are always going to be people that don't agree with you. So you're not here to convince anybody or everybody. You're here to do what's right for you, and there will be many, many people that will come to you that will receive the help that you can give them. So focus on yourself, focus on the difference that you're making in your own life, and focus on helping the people that are ready for you to help.
Mark, can you explain what your instantaneous healing was all about and how your life has progressed since that healing?
Yeah, absolutely. Look, the healing that I received when I first found theta healing was incredible. It was amazing, and it really transformed my life. There was a lot of things going on, and it really gave me the clarity that the belief systems that I was carrying, the unresolved issues in my life that I had not dealt with, really led to myself getting really sick. And it was just incredible, because by changing the belief systems, changing the issues underlying that, the physical component disappeared. But to be totally honest with you, the way my life has transformed since then is probably more miraculous, if anything. The relationship I have now, with my wife and with my children, I'm truly blessed to have people like that in my life. My extended family, like, they're all amazing, they're all incredible. And spending time with those people is a true blessing as well. And then on top of that, I have the most amazing students. I've got the most amazing clients. We've been able to create Theta Healing Australia. We've been able to create a solid presence for Australia as far as theta healing is concerned. And it's just been awesome. Today, the greatest blessing for me is being able to share this work with other people. Seeing people come to the basic theta healing class, walk in there thinking, I don't really know why I'm here, I don't really know what this is about. And then all of a sudden, through that 3 days, you find that glimmer of hope come into their eyes. All of a sudden there's a realization that, wow, maybe I can change my life. Wow, I am empowered. I am actually in control of my life. That is the greatest gift. That is the greatest gift that for me, to be able to see that in other people, and to be able to see people heal and changing their emotional states, it is just such a blessing. So, 8 years ago, yes, I had an amazing healing, but life has just moved on so far from there, and the gifts that I have today are just nothing short of breathtaking. And I'm just so blessed to have Theta Healing in my life, to have Vienna in my life, and to have the amazing students and clients that I have. And many of my students have gone on and become teachers of this work. And being able to share the experiences with them is just truly wonderful.
How would you explain Theta Healing to someone who has never heard of this modality before?
Great question. What I would do is explain to people that what we're actually doing is we're raising our awareness into a theta state. By expanding your energy into a theta state, what you're actually doing is taking your consciousness to the energy that quantum physics talks about. Quantum physics tells us that everything is just pure energy. And we're taking our awareness into that pure energy, that energy of creation. We're identifying limiting belief systems that are held in our subconscious. The best way of explaining them is what they are is subconscious rules that we've created for ourselves. Now, you've got a person that, they go down to the front of their building and the taxi just pulls up. Every time they just jump in the cab and they go. You've got another person who goes out the front of their building, and every time they just get out the front, they see a taxi driving off. What that is there's a subconscious rule that has been created there. And by accessing a theta state, what we're actually doing is rewriting those rules. We're changing those subconscious rules to create a new outcome. We're creating new subconscious habits. Everything in your life is just a habit. It's based on a belief system that tells you that this is the outcome you're going to receive. And it creates a rule or a subconscious belief. By using theta healing, what we're actually doing is we're changing those subconscious rules. We're changing those habits. And it's about creating a new you. It's about creating a new perception of yourself and what is possible for you. So whether it's health, relationships, money, whatever it is in your life, whatever areas of your life you're having problems with, you can change those by simply changing the subconscious rules that have been dominating your life. And whether it's come from your parents, whether it's come from society, whether it's come from just your own habits, whether it's come from negative patterns that you've created in your life, it doesn't matter what it is, you can change it. And really that's what theta healing is about giving you the empowerment, giving you the knowing that yes, everything that has happened in your life has been a result of your subconscious beliefs or those rules. But on a positive side, if you have subconsciously created those things, you can consciously create the total opposite. So you can create the most amazing life for yourself. So whether it's been good or bad, it doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is from this point forward, you have something in your life that you can actually use to help you move forward and create positive outcomes from this point on. And that's what theta healing truly is. It's a tool for empowerment that will give you control of your life.
What intrigued you about Vienna Stable and theta healing when you first got started in this modality?
Vienna, the biggest thing for me coming into theta healing, because I'd actually studied a lot of other techniques. I'd studied a lot of things, especially around quantum physics. It was a real field for me that was I guess a high priority in my life. I really felt a resonance with the quantum physics aspect of life. And coming into theta healing, one of the biggest things, the most important things for me, was the simplicity of it. It was just amazing. There was an absolute simplicity in it, where if we are all one, as quantum physics tells us, then anything that you're going to change in your life has to be simple. It has to be a simple process. And that was one of the things with Vienna is there wasn't any, I guess, hierarchy associated with this healing. The commands that she uses and the ways that she actually uses to heal herself are the ways that people are taught in the basic class to heal themselves. So there were no secrets involved. There was no hierarchy. It was just all about being able to use the same technique, the simple, I guess, the simple healing process. And that was a key thing for me. And then all of a sudden I get to know Vienna, and she was real. She wasn't this demigod or somebody that you had to look up to, somebody that you had to worship. She was actually a real person. And that actually really blew me away because she was so approachable. You could go up and talk to her, you could ask her questions. And she's so open about her life and the things that go on in her life. And to be able to learn something so powerful from a person that you can actually see is really genuine. You know, Vienna doesn't hide things from people. She's amazing. She's very open with her private life, with her personal life. She's very open with people, and she's just amazing when it comes to helping people. I personally have not met anybody as giving and of time and energy as Vienna Steibel. She is just absolutely incredible. And if you look at, you know, Vienna and Guy for that matter, I mean, you know, the lifestyle that they lead, traveling from country to country, really, I mean, there's not a lot of self-preservation in that. It takes its toll on people. And Vienna and Guy do that wholeheartedly. They're always giving of themselves, and their schedule is incredible. But they've always got time for people. That's what amazes me about, you know, Vienna and Guy for that matter. But you know, they've always got time for people. They're always giving, and you see the way Vienna is with her family. I mean, you know, it's just so beautiful to see because, you know, as far as values and virtues in life, I really believe that she's got those in the right order. And for me, to be associated with somebody like that is a true gift. It really is a true gift to have her as a friend and to have her in my life. So, thank you.
One more quick question for you, Mark. Mark, how do you feel that because you are a part of a healing modality, everyone believes or feels you should always be healthy?
We're all human. Vienna's human, I'm human. You know, there's been times in my life where I may have gotten a cold or I may have gotten, you know, sick with something. We're all physical beings, and as far as I'm concerned, the day that you stop having issues, the day that you're able to, I guess, raise your consciousness to the point of enlightenment, it's probably time for you to check out. Personally, that's the way I see it, because I mean, if you can create anything you want to in an instant, and you can have everything that everybody aspires to as far as enlightenment is concerned, then what next? So yes, I have issues that go on in my life. Vienna has issues. We all have issues that come up from time to time. And all it is part of our journey. It is really about understanding that our life is a journey. And it's an amazing journey that is truly a gift. But it's up to you to see it that way. The way I look at things is everything that happens in my life is a speed hump. And if I keep my eyes on the goal, the purpose that I'm living for, then it is just a speed hump, and I will just move gracefully over the top of it. But what happens is a lot of people look at that speed hump, take their eyes off their purpose of where they're going in their lives, and all of a sudden that speed hump becomes a mountain, and then it becomes a huge obstacle, and they get caught up in what's going on in that moment rather than the bigger picture of what their life is truly about. We're real people. We do have issues that come up, and quite frankly, as long as you're interacting with other people, there are always going to be people that have a different opinion to you, and that is what makes this human experience such a wonderful experience, because we do come up around people. It's about honoring, respecting other people for their beliefs, and allowing other people to honor and respect you for your beliefs. So it's not about convincing anybody else about anything. It's not about making other people see life from your perspective. It is about living your own life, living it in the best way. As long as you can sleep at night knowing that living a life that is honorable, living a respectful life, living a life full of integrity, living the best life that you can be, and always remembering that it's about doing things for yourself and about doing things for other people that are going to add value in our lives. So it's making their experience a better one, and it's making your experience of life a better one as well. When you're doing those good things, the good comes back to you. Every religion talks about karma or cause and effect. You know, what you give out comes back to you. Do unto others as you would have others do unto you. When you live your life from that space, wonderful things happen. Wonderful things come back to you. And it is about constantly creating those things. It is about being aware of how you're living. And yes, there are things that are going to happen in your physical body. But I tell you now, when you have a tool like Theta Healing, you're able to deal with those things a lot quicker and easier. You're able to deal with the emotional stuff that comes up for you. If somebody hurts somebody that's close to you, of course, as a human being, you're going to feel some sort of pain. You're going to feel some sort of disappointment. It's natural. You can't expect to release that from your life. You're a human being. You have feelings. You have emotions. But when you have a tool like Theta Healing, you're able to deal with those emotions a lot quicker. If there's some sort of sickness, you're able to deal with that sickness a lot quicker and easier. It is about knowing that Theta Healing is really about empowerment. It's about you having the tools to be able to deal with anything that comes up in your life. Because things will come up. Whether it's me, whether it's Vienna, whether it's anybody else, or whether it's yourself, there are always going to be issues going on. There are always going to be things coming up for us in our lives. It's just having the right tool to deal with it. And that's what Theta Healing is. That's what Theta Healing gives you. The knowing that you can change anything in your life. That you have full control of your emotional state. That you are able to move beyond whatever is coming up or whatever is going on for you in your life.